Hey, what's up? It's me, Ben, Maker Decor, and we've been making a lot of builds lately, and definitely this is something I'm super excited to do. I've had this on my mind for months now, and to actually finally get it done and have all the plans ready for you, I'm super excited for this one. Whether it's just for your backyard party or maybe your business and you want to make your own, this will definitely work out for you. So this paneling was actually just extra. You don't have to have this. It was just something I'm like, man, I want to make it pop to stand out. You don't have to do this. I'll have all the stuff included in the plans that you can kind of see what you need and what's optional and what's not. But I definitely love the way this beadboard wall made both come together and really pop. When you're building your tabletop, you don't actually have to add these. I was just, maybe I can put like cherries in them, peanuts or whatever as a little topping, or maybe you have something else. Maybe you're selling like little drinks or whatever, and you want to have like lemons or something else in here. It's nice, it's covered. I'll put a link to these below. I like them because they have this little separator, so like any juices or water at the bottom is not gonna kind of mess with the fruit or whatever you have in there. The ice chest, I will link that one I used below. I will let you know, I wanted a white one because that was the whole thing I was going with, but the ones with the white lid, because the bottom doesn't matter, it's hidden, but the white lids, they were like $60 more. So I bought the cheaper one and I painted it. I will tell you this, if I had to do it again, I might have just bought the one painted. I know it's 60 bucks, so I bought like a $7 can. I scrubbed it, sanded it down, kind of got it ready to painted it. It worked, but it does nick a little easy. I nicked a couple of spots already and I had to kind of go over it with paint, and it was just kind of a mess. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather have made it cleaner and just bought the all white one. Well, you might be thinking like, how do I keep this cold? Well, I haven't bought it yet, but I need to get it. They sell cooler packs made for these. That's what a lot of people who sell on those bikes, and to keep their little freezers on the go to keep them cold. They sell small ones, they sell large ones. They're little flat packs that you buy. They're filled with some type of cooling fluid, and you freeze that overnight, and when you take it, it stays cooler longer, and it'll keep the inside cool. You would just freeze that overnight, put that in here, and you're good to go. Again, for the top, I was actually in such a big hurry just to kind of get this. I wanted to get this filmed and done. So I caulked and painted this at night. It was like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and oh my goodness, I was like, nah, it looks good. Cleaned it off, the caulking looked good and everything. And then like, of course, in the morning I come and I'm like, oh man, why did I paint this at night outside? It was just, definitely love the way it came out. You can't really see anything from far away, but to me, I built it, I see it, I notice it. And this really isn't heavy. Take it off, look. It's good, it's nice and sturdy. It's not like super windy. If you're outside and it's crazy windy, no, don't have the top on, just use the bottom. But if you're indoors or it's a nice sunny day, top's on, no problem. It's gonna work out great. Again, this is just a good base. So if you don't want to do any of this, you don't have to. If you don't want to do any of the crown molding, you're not too familiar with that, don't even do it. You can just get like a nice flat board and run it on top and the bottom, and it'll still give you a similar look. You don't have to use the beadboard, you can use something else. I'll have all the stuff that you can probably use linked in the plans, but again, this is just a good base for whatever branding, whatever you want to build this, you can actually kind of customize it and make it towards your own. So there's a lot of stuff optional on this. I did not put wheels on this one because I didn't mean for it to have wheels. I wanted it just so I can unload it, put it in its spot, put all the stuff and put it on there. You can definitely add small wheels at the bottom and just kind of roll it out of the way. But it's meant more for I'm gonna show up, put everything in its place, stand there. So that was kind of my idea of this one. I do have other carts that have wheels and meant for more mobility. They have a full axle and wheels, and you can go wherever you want to on those wheels. This one's more built for a stationary setup, deliver your product. If you have any questions, let me know. The plans will be linked down below on the makerdecorshop.com. Thank you for support, and let's get to the build. plumbing supplies. All the stuff I'm using, don't worry, it'll be in all the plans, so you'll make sure you'll have images of what it is, and you'll have the name in case you need to ask someone to look for it, but all the pictures of it will be there. Alright guys, this one has been a battle. I've definitely made some changes. So during the build, with all my builds, I'll build something, and even if I make it on the computer, if I find something that when I build it and I'm like, you know what, this looks better this way, I do it. And so a lot of the stuff I do builds for the video are more Frankenstein. That's why I won't sell any of the stuff that I make here, just because a lot of the times, like maybe I'll glue something here, or I'll screw it there, and I'm like, you know what, it needs to be like half an inch shorter, just to make sure everything fits right, or to make sure I can get it into a car or a truck, or whatever I'm thinking that's gonna be better for that. I'll chop it, make it, fix it, so I can get all the right sizes, put them in the plan. So if you look in here, you'll see some of the stuff. I'll show you an example real quick. Like down this one, I had put this too long, and I was so for that one I had actually made a separate box. It was the first box I built to kind of go under for what I'm building, and that just didn't work out. I didn't like the way I built it. I figured out a way to make it stronger and lighter, so I'm like, no, get rid of that box and make this box. And then I also made some changes, so when I fit this box, it didn't fit to the new height that I wanted, and so I kind of had to just kind of shimmy off a little bit off that one. But definitely when I put all in the plans, I'll give you the right measurements. But that's what I do, to kind of move things around, and like if I find something better, I do it. So when I build all the stuff in the measurements, you have it exactly, and it should just come together super easy for you. It's just me, I'm spending days trying to figure this out. Especially I stayed up late last night trying to figure this out, because I had an issue with the original box. You won't see it in the video. I filmed the whole thing, I made the bottom box, and then I was like, no, I just don't like the way this is going. Let me change the height, let me change the way I put it together, make it simpler, let me use less wood. And that's what I did. And so made it simpler, less wood, and then I also changed the height so you can fit the ice box way smoother on here. So I made some changes to it, and then I didn't film building this next one because I didn't know if this was going to be even the right one. I'm like, let me see if I think it, but it turned out exactly what I was looking for. So that's what I'm going with. I'll have it all in the plans. It's a simple box, but it has all the measurements and everything else that I'm building with it. So let's pick up from there. Whew, this is a tough one, but I think this one's gonna come out pretty good. I have a good feeling about this one. I've been thinking about this one for a long time, so I'm glad I'm able to get it going. So let's go back to it. And so I'm actually adding this, man. I was thinking about it last night, and I'm like, I just need some extra like texture, something different. So this is optional, but I definitely, once this comes out, I think you're gonna like the way it looks. So we built the outer side already, right? All I did was add this and add a frame around it. The inside box, I remade it. Right now, we're gonna do the top, and then we're also going to do lining up the pipes before we deal with the little roof. kind of figure out where you're gonna put them. I'm gonna just do 1 and 2. I don't want them too close together because I'm gonna feel like it's clustered and it's not gonna look good. I don't want to put all 6, so I think 2 will keep it nice, and then I should have some room to put whatever I want. And so you can either move them however you want. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, Amazon just dropped this off. It's for cones, so for the cones. Sell sodas from here. You could sell lemonade. You could sell whatever you wanted from here. Like this little stand. This would be a nice lemonade stand, not for real, right? Or like I can't say it, but like agua frescas. I don't know. I'm in San Antonio, so you get that a lot around here. I know I look Hispanic, but I can't speak Spanish. I can probably I can understand a little bit, but so people ask me all the time, can you write their plans in Spanish? I'm like, you don't want me to do that. You're better off using Google Translate. I'm not saying it'll be perfect, but it'll probably be a lot better than me trying to put it in Espanol. Oh, all right, I got distracted. I'm gonna cover, it's gonna take a long time. I'm gonna fill up every screw hole, every pinhole, every nail hole, and any extra nail holes that are kind of sticking out. I'm just gonna clip them with some some metal clipping pliers. Unless you're perfect with the nail gun, I'm not. Every once in a while there's like a couple of stray brad nails that kind of go off. I just use these. They're like you can get these for like $6-7 at Home Depot, and you can clip off any brad nail. So up at the top up there, any of them that I do see, I'm just gonna clip off. Probably added a strip of wood in here and brad nailed them together and sandwiched them together. But with everything I build, weight is the #1 thing on my mind, really. I want it strong, but I'd rather go for light, because everybody knows transporting these is, I wouldn't even want to think transporting this all together. So I know some people build them and they're all together. I'm like, you got to take a big old trailer, like how a bunch of people carrying this down. This breaks all down into a couple of pieces. It's definitely manageable for one person. It's not gonna be like super light, but it's definitely manageable. So even with the top, since we're on PVC pipes, because I wanted light, I didn't use wood or anything. I don't want to put a lot of weight to this, so I put bare minimum, and I just use brad nails, and anything extra I'll just gonna clip off. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll catch you on the next one. So I think that's what we're gonna do next. Definitely love the way this thing is coming out compared to yesterday. So definitely taking some time to think about it definitely helped out. Definitely. I say definitely all the time. Definitely.